Anyways, it looks like we're ready for our next match here. It's going to be ArfArf against Yurei.
Oh,
Both players currently without a loss in their group. We're going to have to see who has the honor of continuing undefeated and who has to deal with a loss in their statistics here. Definitely some good stuff here.
I see some.
All right. Looks like
looking.
both players are in the lobby ready to start.
There we go.
Tag is having some trouble with Metro Reno. That's unfortunate.
I guess Tag can't buy 20 shirts anymore. It's sad.
All right, the predictions are going on in chat. Make your predictions. Win some channel points.
It's like we're
Both players
underway.
starting with TKI.
Well, TKS.
Ooh, there's a perfect clear from Yurei. That's going to be a lot of garbage to ArfArf.
I think that was another perfect clear. I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah. This game really does have a lot of blink and you'll miss it moments. These players are playing at really high speeds. It's really high. Really hard to keep track. Yurei currently in the zone. Getting 14 lines, 33 attack. That's going to be a lot for ArfArf to deal with, but ArfArf also does have his own zone.
Yeah, so down full charge even after the slight mishap at the start. But
so it's definitely looking good for ArfArf. Definitely able to survive that. Sends a bit of garbage, both back and forth. ArfArf is accepting a little bit of garbage here, but it is phase 2, so the garbage isn't too hard to deal with. Once we hit that 60,000 point mark, we'll see phase 3, and that's when we have to deal with the cheese.
Yep. So both players are going to try to pressure the other as much as possible. But Yurei firing off a full zone. Suppose Arf. We're certainly going to see a phase 3 transition after this.
Yeah, most definitely.
There we go.
And there we go, well into phase 3 now. Quite a lot of garbage on ArfArf's board, but that's still working on some down stacking. Looks like Yurei tried to accept some garbage there to hit back, and that seemed to have worked in their favor.
It's actually one strategy you can employ in this game if you're in the advantage in phase 3 and you want to just get the round over. You want to try not to defend garbage. Just take some if you need to, and just try to attack as much as possible. Force your opponent out. And you already did that perfectly.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of good strategic plays from the players we've seen so far.
Ooh, and ArfArf with a bit of a donation to start.
Yeah.
$15,
18. Unfortunately, couldn't get any more than that, but that's still 45 attack.
Meanwhile, YuureiGhost with the ultimatrist sending ArfArf
60 attack. That's a huge spike.
Wow.
It was just ArfArf tried his best to try and clear that.
YuureiGhost going over 1 APP there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Had ArfArf survived that, we could have seen some really insane clears. Yurei opened with perfect clear, managed to get it, sending a lot of garbage to ArfArf. But as you can see, both players have really clean garbage, so they're able to counter very quickly with those. ArfArf has a bit of a misdrop. Going into zone. Doing a bit of counting to 4. Getting 28 attack. Yurei definitely has the edge in terms of attack here. It's going to be sending a significant spike to ArfArf. However, it's not enough to get it's not enough to get rid of them. We're into phase 2 now. The garbage is going to get a little messier, but it's still going to be relatively tidy for players to use very well.
ArfArf already with a max zone, but that spike of clean really helped ArfArf build up that zone meter quickly.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit high up on the board right now to take advantage, and Yurei was able to catch up.
That's right.
So now we got both players in the zone. 41 attack, not quite able to go into phase 3. But Yurei has
Getting
enough
49 attack. We're in phase 3 now.
Oh.
A lot of garbage on ArfArf's board. Gonna have to do a lot of downstacking in order to get rid of this. And ArfArf is doing it really nicely with a lot of clears. However, Yurei is constantly sending the pressure back. Both players fairly high on their boards, but also both players have the ability to downstack pretty well.
Ooh, nice quick 25 attack from ArfArf. And Yurei actually fairly high up on the board.
Gonna have to use a lot of that time to try and survive and think. Has to take a little more garbage, but still not a lot. It's gonna be enough for Yurei to continue playing this round.
Now ArfArf with the zone advantage.
Yeah,
Try
definitely has a
pour on the
zone
pressure.
advantage. Has a quarter, have a zone more right now.
I think
Yurei
ArfArf is looking
having
for the
to zone
line.
right here.
Ooh, and
Definitely
ArfArf
doesn't have that much time.
knows that Yurei had to burn his zone, so uses the zone himself.
Uses the zone
And that's
himself and tries
almost
to
a
counter.
full board.
That is indeed almost a full board. Yurei getting enough to do a quarter zone, gonna do some downstacking and try and counteract more of that garbage. But
Ooh,
ArfArf
that's
is
C-spin.
continuing it. Getting a garbage C-spin, that's gonna send a lot of garbage towards ArfArf.
No, he was forced to zone with that C-spin pressure.
Yeah, C-spins definitely are fairly intimidating in this situation. Any good amount of damage is going to really going to make you have to play a little aggressively.
It was actually a relatively close game.
Indeed.
I say that as Arf is getting pushed to the top of the board.
Arf is getting pushed to the top of the board, but we've managed to see him come back from something like this. It definitely could be another back and forth moment.
He has
Arf
his zone
ready with a
advantage
max
right now.
zone. Starting to use it now.
Forced to use
Doing a
an
bit of
IP
counting to
for
4.
My goodness.
Getting some really, really good efficiency. Sending 27 attack. Yurei has a full zone as well. Let's see how much damage Yurei can send here.
Freedom on the board. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Missed the ulti,
42 attack. That's going to send a lot to ArfArf. That's going to end Game 3. 4 minutes, 21 seconds. Yurei manages to pull that off, but you have to give massive props to ArfArf for that insane survival during Phase 3.
That was actually a really even game at the end there.
Yeah, no.
Very impressive.
That was some good stuff right there.
I'm excited. This is going to be a good match.
This is definitely. Hopefully, both players can keep going at 100% like that. It can be hard to do, but yeah, oh my goodness, that was some good stuff from both players.
Yurei the first to fire the zone.
ArfArf's close behind with a zone of their own. Getting some good efficiency in there. Oh my goodness. Playing so clean. That's some clean stuff. 48 attack. It's not going to send a whole lot, but that's still going to give ArfArf the chance to not deal with garbage, which I don't think anyone wants to be dealing with garbage. We are in phase 2, so the garbage is going to get a little messier.
That was a brutal...
Yurei with a bit of a misdrop. Looks like they're trying their best to clean it up right now, and they managed to do it with a good amount of skimming. The amount of planning these players have to do in order to clean up their stack is definitely something. Yurei with a bit of a T-spin misdrop. Really wanted to get a T-spin to start off the zone, but unfortunately just did not work.
Did clean up pretty well, though.
Yeah, very, very good cleanup. Could see something big here. 18 lines, 46 attack. That's not going to send a lot to ArfArf.
We're in.
They're going to continue the pressure. Moving on to phase 3. Time for some basically versus cheese race right here. My goodness.
Arf is feeling a bit pressure. Makes a T-spin triple.
Starts off the zone with that T-spin triple. That's definitely gonna improve the efficiency and the damage being sent to Yurei. Yurei has to start zone now or face the spike of cheese.
That was actually a really good attack from ArfArf with how high he was on the board. Now Yurei is facing
Yurei is feeling a bit of the pressure right now, as ArfArf sends attack after attack. T-spin after T-spin. There's gonna be a lot of quick damage here. Yurei starting zone, trying to make sure that they don't get spiked with this insane amount of messy garbage.
Ooh, and Arf stacking up really high.
Both stacks fairly high. Arf with a good down stack right there. Oh, it's gonna top him out. No zone required. Arf is on the board. No sweep for Yurei this round.
Very impressive stuff.
This is the kind of stuff you want to be seeing in Square One. Some really good close matches from really good players.
Heck yeah.
Bit of a C-spin on Yurei's side. ArfArf. Both players going back and forth with this garbage. Yurei doing a bit of a Tetris donation.
Bit of an
ArfArf is in zone. Bit of an awkward situation, yes, indeed. Only sending 11 lines. This is Yurei's chance to send a lot more garbage. Ooh, manages to get that 59 attack. That's going to be a lot for ArfArf. Gonna have to start zone now or face a super big spike.
A little bit of a T-spin mini. Ooh, and nullifies pretty well.
Manages to take care of that garbage fairly nice. It is still a bit messy, still gets some garbage on the board. Both players playing fantastically, managing to do some really good plays with survival here. Doing a lot of thinking in the moment. It's some of the best plays I've seen.
For sure. Oh, and Yurei, end zone early, go for the T-spin double. And that's gonna go straight into phase 3.
Seems that if ArfArf can get enough damage and could get the wow, the perfect clear from Yurei. Oh my goodness, that's devastating in phase 3.
God.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness here.
And that's just gonna send ArfArf near the top. Oh, but Yurei has a lot to deal with as well.
Oh my goodness.
But that doesn't matter.
Be enough to send ArfArf to the top.
Oh my
wow. That mid phase 3 perfect clear. That is so much cheese. Hope to God you're not lactose intolerant. Looks like Yurei starting with a C-spin here. Have a bit of garbage on the board, but that's nothing they can't handle. Oh, Edge is
I've got word.
kindly reminding us that we did indeed get those 3 shirts.
Alright, I'll do that after this match. Let's go. Great work, everybody.
Reminder, everyone, that you can order a Square One shirt. They are very nice. I will say from personal experience, having it delivered to me, it is a very nice shirt. It is very comfortable. Looks really nice. If you buy a shirt, you contribute to the prize pool. You support Puzzle Kingdom,
and you can be entered to win a hitbox. So
yeah. So if you want a really nice controller, you can
buy
enter
really
the
nice
giveaway.
shirt.
Buy that shirt. Just buy the shirt. Kind of missed some of the commentary here, but ArfArf is definitely at a bit of a disadvantage, a bit of a misdrop there.
Ooh, finds a way to clear a few lines extra. You have to use a 3/4 zone, but this is a little tough.
Some good stuff here. Yeah, there we go. ArfArf managing to clear up that messy stack at the end of the zone. However, it's gonna come immediately back because Yurei decides to send some zone garbage. There's gonna be a lot that ArfArf has to do in half a zone. Unfortunately, a few misdrops there just was not enough.
Cannot find one last charge. That's gonna do it.
That's
Yurei's
really
pressure is insane.
Indeed. Currently at game 6. 5-1, Yurei.
And Yurei taking a bit of the time to decide how to open. Getting a little bit of garbage as well.
Yeah. Both players have fairly neat stacks. ArfArf is definitely high up. Definitely needs to make sure that he doesn't overstack. Manages to clear quite nicely. Yurei starting zone with a T-spin double. Both players in the zone now. It'll be a race.
Wow.
It'll be a contest to see who does more damage here. ArfArf with 46, Yurei with 60.
With a 60 attack ulti.
Some really insane stuff from there.
I'm loving these high damage zones. This is good stuff.
Really good high damage zones. Definitely devastating. However, ArfArf is able to manage the garbage being sent his way very nicely, regardless. We're into phase 2 now. The garbage is going to get a bit messy. Still manageable, though. It's when both players reach that 60,000 mark. It's when one player reaches that 60,000 mark where the garbage starts to get a bit scary. We could see it with this next zone from Yurei.
Alright. Ooh, there it is.
With another ulti, the bell has rung. We are now in phase 3.
And that's
That
too much to
spike
handle.
killed instantly. Oh my goodness.
ArfArf was even near the
Yurei.
bottom and all the way to the top.
ArfArf was at the bottom. That was a full spike. That's going to take us to match point here. Oh my goodness.
Yurei
Both
finds the
players-
perfect clear.
Yeah, it's going to spike ArfArf, but that's also going to give ArfArf a good chance to retaliate with some good damage here.
That's a lot of clean on ArfArf's side.
It's very clean.
Oh no! That
It's
iron
messy
is stopped
underneath.
over the well.
Gonna have to start zoning. Not a full zone, but that's still plenty of time to do a lot of downstacking. Probably get a good amount of damage in. ArfArf getting 23 attack from that, though.
But does follow up immediately with the Tetris, so not for nothing.
Yeah.
That was a funny little spawn.
Yeah. Manages to add to that damage with a T-spin double. There's a lot of garbage on ArfArf's board. Has a full
Just barely
zone, though.
get the full
Has a
zone
chance
meter.
to counteract all the damage being sent. ArfArf is definitely in a good position. That was some good timing. Yurei adding so much more pressure to ArfArf here with a lot of damage. sending ArfArf all the way back to the top of his board. Back to another zone here. This could kick us into phase 3. Garbage is going to get extremely messy. That's a Tetris right there. Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing.
Also,
we're definitely going to be entering phase 3 with this zone right here.
I think Arf is aware that
51 attack. ArfArf doing some T-spins, trying to get some efficiency in there. Manages to get a decent amount of attack from that. Enough to counteract. Yeah, we really are.
Both of them are really close to the bottom of the field.
Yeah.
One line of garbage on the field right now.
Yeah, neither player is really dealing with garbage or cheese race right now. Yurei has a basically empty stack right now. ArfArf trying to zone, getting some extra damage in, seeing if that will cause Yurei to get a spike. However, it does not. Yurei doesn't even need to zone to counteract the garbage sent by ArfArf here.
No, Yurei firing off a full zone meter. And Arf with about a half board of cheese. This could be tough. And ArfArf power stacking wants to deal. Oh no, the eyepiece!
I don't think that was an intended eye placement. Resulted in some bad overstacking, and that's going to cost ArfArf the match.
Good game.
Good game though, 7-1. But again, as we mentioned before, pure numbers aren't everything here. Behind that 7-1 was a lot of good plays from ArfArf.
For sure.
Definitely had a lot of good plays in there. However, Yurei just took a good majority of those games. Well played from both players there.